Hi, my name is Brittany Urzak, and my topic of discussion is staffing planning. First, we'll be talking about how staffing plays a role in every HR department, and then we will be discussing the series of steps that are taken in the staffing plan. From there, we will discuss the advantages of having a staffing plan, and finally, we will finish with wrapping up this topic. Whether you're focused on creating a new position, scaling your workforce, or simply performing a rehire, it is very important that you create a staffing plan first. Doing this helps to ensure that all bases are covered within HR, but it also guarantees that the necessary departments are on the same page so that they can ultimately collaborate to bring on the candidates that fit the organization best. Once a comprehensive template is put into place, your company will be able to use it as a foundation for all of its staffing needs and data in the years to come. A staffing plan is a series of steps that are taken to confirm that an organization has two very important things determined, which are the exact number of roles and positions within the company, and workers with the right skill sets are filling these positions. Depending on the needs and size of the business, employees will be grouped by classification and/or department, because staffing plans are meant to be tailor-made for each specific organization, devised by HR in collaboration with other relevant departments. The detail may shift from plan to plan. That said, all plans should be set in a way that allows figures to be consulted quickly, a point which can help the decisions made around recruitment, development, and funding swift and seamless. In order to have a staffing plan, you first must generate comprehensive job descriptions and a list of requirements. Most times, job descriptions and their list of requirements are written by HR managers. But when creating a new one, the task should only begin in one fashion, by having a conversation with the position's corresponding manager. For instance, if the HR manager is creating a staffing plan that includes a warehouse associate, they must go to the warehouse manager before they get to writing. It's a simple conversation that gives HR insight into the exact duties that the warehouse associate will be performing on a daily basis. It will also inform their list of requirements, which should include these details: minimum prior experience required, education history, prior work history, and necessary certifications and licenses. This step will also give the HR manager an idea of how this position might relate to others in the company, which affords them a more relatable vision of what the department needs most. Second, you must create a current assessment of current employees. In many situations, the perfect candidate for the position is one that is already working for the company. Depending on the culture of the company, this proposition could be made by a slew of different people and for a slew of different reasons. Whatever the catalyst may be, the responsible parties must do their best to create an even-handed assessment of all current employees whose skills fit the position. This can be done by observing, having conversations with managers and other employees, and examining the internal candidates' recorded productivity. Third, you must analyze turnover and business trends. Since staffing plans are meant to serve as ongoing projects, it is important that they are augmented and altered consistently so that they best reflect what is going on in the company, as well as on the market. One way to do this is to calculate the company's turnover trends. Doing this will help HR plan for staffing ebbs and flows that would otherwise catch the department off guard during organic spikes. Along with turnover trends, the department must also take a holistic approach to business trends. This can be considered in both as internal and external. For internal, managers study changes in day-to-day regimens for the employees, such as shift changes and downsizes. As far as external goes, things like mergers, acquisitions, and legislation must be weighed. Lastly, you must devise alternative staffing plans. All businesses are different, but most are connected by one very common thread, which is the need for more skilled workers during peaks. More and more companies are keeping their budgets low by integrating an on-demand staffing system. When working in this phase, all previous job titles, descriptions, and budgetary considerations should be included. It also helps to have an estimated number of on-demand employees that may be needed during certain times of the year. The best part about using on-demand staffing is the flexibility. but when contracting companies are fully aware of their needs going in, the process can be implemented and replicated in the smoothest manner possible. Opportunities often arise unexpectedly. So in order to be able to act on an opportunity quickly, it is useful to have a plan in place. A second important reason to enable the organization is to make good staffing decisions. For example, hiring on emotion rather than the needs of an organization is not a way to go. Smaller organizations are often tempted to promote someone from within the organization without considering the needs of the position or the consequences if that decision does not work out successfully. Overall, a staffing plan is a strategic planning process by which a company assesses and identifies the personnel needs of the company. In other words, a good staffing plan helps you understand the number and types of employees your organization needs to accomplish its goals.